Let's break that down. I'm playing a Kongsheng Sunrise, key of A. This is a little third position lick in 2 octaves. I start in the higher octave, go down to the lower octave. I love practicing scales and trying to make them musical. So this is really just going down the blues scale, giving it some rhythm and making it sound like music. If you just practice scales and you hit them bum, 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 bum in some monotone way, it's good to get those patterns and know where the notes are, get that into your body, into your muscle memory. To give it some rhythm, to make it musical, I think is so much more helpful. So this is third position. So the roots on third position are 1 draw, 4 draw, all the way up on the 8 draw. So we're starting on the 8 draw, but I do a little slide up to it. It's actually not really a little slide, I do a long slide up to it. So I'm just inhaling, I'm kind of starting from nowhere basically. Maybe I'm going from the 3 draw all the way up to the 8 draw. And as soon as I get there, I'm staccatoing it, which means I'm hitting the note and stopping it. So that's 8 draw, 7 blow. 6 draw, I bend it down and then hit the 6 blow. I do a little kwah on the 5 draw. Slide over to the 4 draw, 4 blow, come back to the 4 draw, but I'm making it dirty. I'm hitting that 4 draw and the 5 draw at the same time and giving it a nice vibrato. When I hit that 4 draw, 5 draw, I'm also doing a kwah on that. So I'm just bending up into them and giving them a nice vibrato. So that's the higher octave. That's just right down the blues scale. Then we repeat that same lick in the lower octave, which I always think it's fun and it's a good challenge and it's a good thing to be able to play different licks in different octaves on harmonica because they're just completely different the way they lay out. So the notes of this they require some tough bends, and it's really tricky to get that intonation right, especially on that 3 draw stuff. So I think this is good practice for that. I'm doing 4 draw, 4 blow. You can do a kwah on that 4 draw if you want, give it a cool sound. Now this is tricky. We're starting on the 3 draw whole step bend. Somewhere around there is where we want to be. I mean, it's really tricky just to jump to these notes. It's good to have this precise bending in your arsenal. I find it a challenge to do. To me, it's a really fun thing to practice and to try to hit these things. So that's 3 draw, bent down a whole step, to 3 draw, bent down a step and a half. That's as far as we can go. After that, we're going straight from that 3 draw bent all the way to the bottom to the 2 draw with no bend. That's tricky to do because our mouth is in this very specific shape to get that bend of that 3 draw all the way at the bottom. Then we go to that 2 draw, we have to come back to this kind of natural embouchure so that we're not bending the 2 at all. I tend to ta. I'm kind of articulating something when I hit that 2 draw. I'm doing kind of a ta, I mean it's on the inhale, but I am articulating that. I'm doing a quick little silence between those 2 notes. I'm trying to hit that nice big solid 2 draw with no bend on it. And then after that 2 draw, we do a 2 draw whole step bend, so all the way to the bottom of that 2 draw. Straight to the 1 draw, 1 blow, back to the 1 draw. So that is just right down the blues scale on the lower octave. Third position is a lot of fun because it can give you that cool minor sound. You can also play major with it. It's trickier. 4 draws are a root and that 5 draw is a minor third. To play it major, you have to figure out how to get around that. I find third position to be fun to practice because especially in the bottom, it has these very precise bends you have to do if you want to play around in that 3-hole draw. Also, if you want to go up top, it's got some cool notes up there, the 8 draw being that root up there. But you can also go above that 8 draw and get a couple extra notes. See you next Monday.